you had a look at the surface? Does it resemble Durban?
It's a typical PE sort of surface. I haven't actually looked at it yet. I've seen pictures. So I'm going to go out there this afternoon, just now when we finish, have my first look.
So if it is a typical surface, reverse swinging would be big part?
Yeah, I believe so. You know, the surface in PE might offer us a little bit more lateral movement than in terms of seam than Durban did. And reverse swing day 3, 4 most likely come into it.
Did you learn anything about the Australians in that first test?
They're a good side. They're a very good side. They have some quality all through their side in their bowling attack. Obviously, Stark was a difference maker in Durban. So you know, often you do a lot of homework on a guy, and then he has a special day or game like he did against us, and that can happen. And you know, but hopefully we'll be better prepared for him this time around.
How do you try and curb his influence, especially coming up reverse here?
About better. I think in the second innings when our best batters, you know, were facing him, then not that he wasn't a threat, but the threat wasn't as great as when our low order batters were facing him. You know, so our top order batters have to bat a lot better.
So how's the new team balance working with 7 specialist batsmen? Is it you can carry on like that?
Now look, we look at the wicket here. I think it's something that we, you know, when you look at the nature of the pitch and the nature of the Aussie lineup, then you feel like you need an extra batter. You know, we bowled them out. We bowled them out twice, I think. But we weren't able to get enough runs, especially in the first innings. You can't bat that badly in your first innings against a top team like Australia and expect to win the test match. You know, even though we gave ourselves a good chance of winning in the end, the first innings, the poor batting in the first innings, in my mind anyway, really cost us.
Can you give us an update on Timberlake?
He's being assessed at the moment by the medical staff. Last week he felt like he wasn't 100%. He's had an extra week now, hitting more balls in the nets last week as well. So hopefully he'll be closer to playing. Non-cricket. Oh.
Generally, what did you make of the incident in the stairwell? Are you happy with aggression being shown on the field, but obviously not to get
I'm happy with aggression being shown on the field if it's coming from the bowler. If a fast bowler is bowling bouncers, to me that's aggression. When everybody else is what I think they call it chirping or sledging or whatever. When everybody else is chirping and sledging the batter as he's trying to bat, I'm not sure that that's aggression in my book. If a fast bowler is bowling bouncers and trying to intimidate a batsman, then that's aggression. That's how I grew up playing the game in the Caribbean. But obviously things change and so on. But you know, when everybody around you is chirping, sledging, whatever you want to call it, I don't know that that's aggression.
But just on that, you touched on that. You spoke about the way you grew up in the Caribbean. You had 4 fastest bowlers in the world, and they never said a word.
They didn't have to because they were aggressive with the ball and with their body language, and that's what aggression is, you know. But when everybody, batsman's trying to take his guard or whatever, and people are standing around and shouting and saying whatever they want to say, then I'm not sure that it's necessary in my book.
Do you think there's an argument that it doesn't work? Because if they were shouting, as reports have said, that Quinny for a long time, that Dennis for a long time, that Aiden for a long time, they've batted for a long time.
Yeah, well, you know, again, it's aggression. So therefore, if a bowler has tried everything he can to get a batsman out and he can't get him out, and because the batsman's playing well, and then they have to revert to that, then is it aggression? I don't know. I don't think that it is.
Ever since that incident in Durban, so how is the team morale?
No, the team morale is very good. You know, we're the Proteas. You know, so we back each other up, and we try to focus on us and focus on cricket.
It's good that you mentioned chipping. I don't say it's part of the game, but At the same time, if somebody from the Caribbean, don't you think also it has got character?
Yeah, I guess so, because it takes a strong character to stand up and bat for 3 hours when everybody on the field is saying whatever they want to say to you. So, you know, but then as soon as you respond, then it's a different thing. So, but, you know, the game should be about cricket on the field.
Yes, Nasri.
Just Darren Newman said you practically together with you and also the captains.
Yeah.
Play very good. Has that taken place?
That's not happened yet. But I'm sure if he says it will, then I'm sure it will happen.
Oh, it's just in terms of the you've been involved in Ashes series and it tends to happen in Ashes series.
Yeah.
That happens now with South Africa. So Virat Kohli was here and he was going on, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Why does it happen in a swimming place, right?
Look, I don't know. I think the one thing I do know is that the match officials are there to do a job, you know, and they're there to govern the game on the field and off the field, I guess, you know. So if they hear things on the field, they should clamp down on it. But then it becomes unfortunate when everybody else on the field hears stuff and the match officials say they don't hear anything. So, but they're there to do a job, you know, and they must do their job.
Is that the reason why you're appealing the level 1?
Well, no, we're appealing to level 1 because we think that Quinny didn't do anything. Quinny wasn't aggressive. I think you saw some footage, and the footage showed Quinny walking up the stairs and somebody else being restrained, and then Quinny gets a level 1. So how is that? That doesn't seem fair.
So Franklin said after the match that things got personal on both sides. Is that now no longer the case? Is it that we didn't say anything personal or impersonal?
No, that's, to me, that's not the case, because what is the case is that Quinny would not have said anything had something not been said to him in the first place. I wasn't out there. Faf was there. Faf probably knows what was said, you know. But the fact is that there's one guy walking up the stairs. You've all seen the footage. There's one guy walking up the stairs, going back to his dressing room. There's another guy having to be restrained. So if I'm walking, trying to get to my dressing room and somebody's being restrained, how can you find me for something?
And with this claim that Quinny may have said something about David Warner's wife, can you categorically say that he didn't?
No, I can't. I wasn't there. I can't categorically speak for another person. So I don't know what was said. But you see, there's this thing, and I've seen it before. I've seen it recently now about the line. They're saying they didn't cross the line, but where's the line? Who sets the line? Where does the line come from? You know? So when you say you didn't cross the line, you were saying stuff, but oh no, we didn't cross the line. We went very close to the line, but we didn't cross the line. Whose line is it?
Where's your line?
Our line, we don't have a line because we try to just play cricket.
There have been other instances where players have their innocence, including with this team, have been charged for things that they've said. We think we're innocent, but we know that we could get done for a greater penalty.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened this time. Why is that?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Like I said, the match officials and the ICC govern the game, and the umpires on the field must take charge. You know, they must take charge of the game. So if things are happening on the game and and things are being said, you know, surely if it's within earshot of the player standing at point or wherever he's fielding and he's saying stuff, surely the umpires can hear. So maybe the umpires need to actually stand up and take control of the game.
Was saying something similar immediately after the match. It sounds like you guys are unhappy with the umpires.
Unhappy might not be the right word. We just feel like the umpires are there to do a job, and they must do their job. You know, so when they hear things or whatever, they must take charge. You know, and don't leave it to, oh, we didn't cross the line, because who sets the line? Like I said, where is the line? Who does the line belong to? Can you say whatever you can, and then when something is said back to you, then it's offensive? You didn't tell us where the line was. You know, so let's be clear where the line is.
Khalid, and then Saeed last time.
Yeah. Just Belstein said about KJ that being restrained because of team merit points.
Yeah.
You know, all those other things. Do you feel that KJ just needs to be unleashed and actually get stuck in there
No, I feel like everybody needs to just focus on cricket. You're missing the point. Everybody just needs to focus on cricket. No, he bowled very well in Durban. You know, he didn't get the rewards. He bowled very well in Durban. Everybody just needs to focus on cricket. Just calm down and get back to cricket. At the end of the day, that's what. Am I telling my players not to talk? I'm telling them to focus on cricket. You know, but again, if I keep poking at you all the time, what will you do? I'm sure you will respond as well. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Fox spoke about dead bowling.
Yeah.
Saying that you guys need to improve on that because their tail did exceptionally well against
Yeah.
What sort of techniques have you thought about that? Do you think maybe that a guy like Lungi could come in and solve that issue?
Yeah, I think, you know, Lungi is a part of the team, so he will come in not just to bowl at the tail enders. You got to get the top order out before you bowl at the tail enders. Lungi, you know, he's a part of the team. So when we look at what we think is the best team to play in this series, then in this test match, sorry, then we'll see which 11 people we pick. But with regards to not death bowling, but to the lower order bowling, you know, they've got Stark. And you've seen how Stark has bowled to our tail. He's been very aggressive, but he's also pitched the ball up and hit the stumps. And he's been a challenge for us. And we have, you know, Rabada, even Kesha bowl really well. We've got to find a way to get their tail out. And it might not always be with fast bowling. The spinner might come into it and try and disrupt the tail that way, you know. So I think, look, everybody is just looking forward to cricket. You know, all the off-field stuff must remain off the field, and we're just looking forward to getting back to cricket.